The free AI model from Singapore just got its next generation. And this time, the benchmarks aren't coming from the company itself. Agnes 2.5 Flash is now live, still completely free with no usage cap. And the bigger model, Agnes 2.5 Pro Alpha, is out too, as their first paid model. Artificial Analysis, the independent benchmarking group, already tested it, and the results tell a really interesting story about where this lab actually stands. Some of it is impressive, some of it is a genuine weakness they can't hide. So let me walk you through both models, show you what I built with the new Flash inside Agnes Code, and break down the numbers that matter. Quick recap in case you missed my earlier video on this. Agnes comes from Sapiens AI, Singapore's homegrown model lab. They build text, image, and video models, and they run a free API program that has now passed 3 million users. In one recent week, their models processed 5.41 trillion tokens combined, 3.25 trillion of that text, and the rest multimodal. That's real production traffic, served at zero cost to developers. Their whole position is that the constraint on agentic coding isn't capability anymore, it's cost, and they're attacking that directly. So here's what's new. Agnes 2.5 Flash is generally available right now. It's the upgrade to 2.0 Flash, built for coding, agent workflows, tool calling, and image understanding. The context window jumped to 512K tokens with up to 65.5K output, and the pricing page is worth pausing on. The standard price is listed at 3 cents per million input tokens and 15 cents per million output tokens, but the current price is $0 for both. So the model has a real price tag on paper, and they're charging nobody. Free, uncapped, no announced end date. If you are already using 2.0 Flash through the API, the migration is literally changing the model name to Agnes 2.5 Flash. Same base URL, same endpoint, same message format, same tool calling, same streaming. There's also a thinking mode you can switch on for harder problems, where you give it a token budget and it reasons before answering. It works through both the OpenAI compatible format and the Anthropic compatible format. And the model is live inside Agnes Code, the desktop app they released alongside it. I can see it right here in the model picker. If you haven't seen Agnes Code, it's their coding workspace with a proper GUI. You point it at a project folder, describe what you want in plain English, and it reads your files, edits across multiple files, runs commands, and checks its own output. You reference files with the @ symbol, run commands with a slash, and invoke skills with a $sign. It's free to use right now, and the picker isn't limited to Agnes models either, which makes it easy to compare against other frontier models on the same task. Okay, let me show you what I built with 2.5 Flash. First test, a website page. I asked for a habit tracker page, one page, clean design, a 7-day grid for each habit, streak counters, and a button to add new habits with local state. That was the entire prompt, written like a sentence. It planned the structure, created the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and gave me a working page in a few minutes. The grid rendered, streaks updated when I clicked days, and adding a habit worked on the first try. What I noticed, compared to the old 2.0 Flash, is the layout decisions. The spacing, the colors, the little details were closer to something I'd actually ship instead of something I'd immediately restyle. Second test, a small game, because games are where these models usually fall apart. I asked for a typing speed game, falling words that you have to type before they hit the bottom, a score counter, increasing speed, and 3 difficulty levels. That's state management, timing, input handling, and collision all at once. It got a playable version on the first pass. The word spawn rate felt too aggressive on easy mode, so I told it easy mode spawns words too fast, slow it down. It went back into the file, adjusted just the spawn logic, and left everything else alone. That kind of surgical edit is what separates a real coding agent from a chatbot that regenerates the whole file every time. And this is the free model doing it. Now the bigger story, Agnes 2.5 Pro Alpha. This one is paid, and that's a first for this lab. It released on July 24th, so it's brand new. It's a reasoning model, meaning it thinks through problems before answering. And it's aimed at complex code, scientific reasoning, and long context work. The context window is 1 million tokens, which fits around 1,500 pages of text. Pricing is 45 cents per million input tokens and 90 cents per million output tokens. And here's the detail I find most interesting. Cache hits cost about a third of a cent per million tokens, a 99% discount. For agent workloads that reread the same files over and over, that cache price changes the economics completely. Artificial analysis ranks at 8th out of 153 models on cache hit pricing. And speaking of artificial analysis, this is the part I've been waiting for. When I covered the 2.5 announcement earlier, all the benchmark numbers were internal. The company tested its own models. I said back then, treat those as a signal, wait for independent checks. Well, the independent checks are here because artificial analysis ran Pro Alpha through their full evaluation suite. So these numbers are third-party, not marketing. Agnes 2.5 Pro Alpha scores 39 on the Artificial Analysis Intelligence Index. That places it 9th out of 153 models in its class, and well above the median of 16 for reasoning models in its price tier. To be clear about what that means, it's mid-pack among all reasoning models and below the current proprietary frontier. It's not beating Claude Opus or the top GPT models. But at 45 cents per million tokens, it's among the cheapest proprietary models at its intelligence level. And that's the actual pitch here. Not the smartest model, the best intelligence per dollar. The individual scores back that up in specific ways. On GPQA Diamond, the graduate-level science test, it scores 87.6%, which is genuinely strong. On Terminal Bench 2.1, the agentic terminal test, it gets 67%. Its coding index is 58.8, which artificial analysis says is near the top for its intelligence tier, so coding is clearly where this model earns its keep. And on GDP-Val, which measures real-world work tasks against a human baseline of 1,000, it scores around 1,170. That's above the human baseline, level with GPT 5.4 Mini on high settings, and just behind DeepSeek Vi4 Flash on max settings. There's an efficiency angle too. Per task, it used about 22,000 output tokens, which is 51% fewer than DeepSeek Vi4 Flash on max, and 72% fewer than GPT 5.4 Mini on high. Fewer tokens per task means faster answers and lower bills, and combined with that cash discount, the cost per completed task ends up very competitive. Speed is around 100 tokens per second, above average for its tier, with a time to first token of about 1.7 seconds. Now the honest part, because there's a real weakness in this data, and I'm not going to skip it. On the Omni Science test, which measures knowledge reliability and hallucination, Pro Alpha scores negative 26.3. Negative means it gives more wrong answers than right ones when it doesn't actually know something, instead of saying it's unsure. Its accuracy on that test is 32.3%, with a low non-hallucination rate. In plain terms, this model is strong at reasoning and coding, but weak at factual recall, and it will confidently make things up. For research or anything where you're trusting its facts, you need to double-check everything or pair it with search. So the lineup now looks like this. Agnes 2.0 Flash stays available as the compatibility fallback. Agnes 2.5 Flash is the free everyday model, and honestly, the one most people should use, because free with a 512K context and solid agentic coding covers a huge amount of real work. And 2.5 Pro Alpha is the paid option for heavier reasoning, huge codebases, and long documents, priced way under what comparable models charge. The alpha in the name matters too. This is an early release, and the scores will probably shift as they iterate. My overall read: the story changed this time. Last generation, Agnes was a free model with self-reported numbers, and skepticism was the right default. This generation, an independent evaluator put their flagship 9th in its class, and confirmed coding as a real strength, while also exposing a real hallucination problem. That's what a serious lab looks like: verifiable strengths and visible flaws instead of a perfect marketing chart. A third player from Singapore now has an independently ranked model, a free tier handling trillions of tokens a week, and a desktop agent to run it all. Pick a small project, give 2.5 Flash 20 minutes of your time, and judge it on your own work. That will always beat any leaderboard, including this one.